My name is Kiris. I'm a registered dietitian, a professor, and founder of Freestyle Lifestyle. Today we are celebrating Black History Month, not just by talking about culture, but by tasting it too. So welcome to my kitchen. And here's the truth, right? Too often we hear healthy eating, like Mediterranean diet, kale smoothies, foods that don't really feel like home for most of us. But here's the truth. Cultural food is not the problem. Disconnection with culture is the problem, okay? So food is more than nutrients. It's memory, it's identity, it's community, and we are here to honor that and health. And by doing that, health becomes sustainable. So let me know in the chat, what is a meal that reminds me of your favorite human? And for me, it's my grandma. But whoever, like, think of a food and say, this food reminds me of that. I want you to connect that type of energy to the cooking. So this lentil stew, hopefully most of you, all of you have gotten all the products we have mailed all over the country. I am making Black History Month today, guys. I am history because this is the first time. I've never, ever expected anyone would want to learn how to make Ethiopian food, but also how we can tie in cultural meals to be healthy and nourishing in our home. So I'm really excited that my dream actually came through right in Black History Month. So I'm really excited to be here. And I love having kids involved in our cooking demos. So this is an easy one, kid friendly, because it's not spicy. I think a lot of us know that cooking Ethiopian food for its spice, but we definitely picked a lentil version of it. So let me know, did everyone in the room get their products with all of you guys? Excellent! Yay! It's winning! Okay, so Donna said, regional food from India reminds me of my time in London. We love British Indian restaurants. I love that, Donna. And then Trika said, stir-fried pea soup, shoots with garlic, maternal grandma, Popo. I love the name. And then Bohemian dish reminds me of growing up in the island. Yes, so you guys literally proved to me that food is more than nourishment, right? It's memory, it's culture, it's an experience. So I wanted to kind of show you guys why the nutrition education piece. Real quick, we have red lentils, which are the plant powerhouse for today's main dish. And then we also have turmeric. And in your case, I have pre-portioned all the seasoning for you guys in your packets. So you have, not that one. So open up your packets. Inside of it, you'll have your seasoning inside of it. Yep, open up your packets. There's your seasoning. Everything is in there for you guys. Everything pre-portioned. Basically, you have all these seasonings here, including salt. Everything you need inside the packet. Yep. Thank you, Trika. Am I saying your name right? Trisha. Oh, Trisha. Okay, Trisha. Everybody got their little cute packets? Okay. So the next step I want you guys to do is to wash your lentils. So before you wash them, they are cloudy, as you can see right here. You want them to be as clean, as see-through as possible, like so, okay? So just grab a bowl and dump all your lentils. Yep, all your lentils. For them, when you wash them, they will have white foam, and you want to wash it up real good. So then the goal is for them to look like so. And the importance of doing this process is to literally degas and strip all those oligosaccharides that are on the lentils that causes gas, discomfort. So we usually see our food prepared and ready, but this is how you truly clean lentils, okay? Trika, yes, so clean it. You see how it's cloudy? Pour water over it over and over until it's clear. Yeah. Trisha, sorry. Trisha, sorry. Trisha. Yes. Yep. Oh, yeah. You can. You can. You can through a strainer, or you can tilt it, and you can have the water kind of like, yeah, to your level of comfort. But there shouldn't be any clouds in there. It should be very clear. Yep. So while you guys do that, so the turmeric in your seasoning packet, you have turmeric, and then you also have dried onion, garlic powder, ginger powder, ground cumin, cumin seed, and then and sea salt. So I basically did everything in that little packet. So you didn't. So for me, I like to add fresh onion to my dish. But if you don't like onion, there's already dried onion in the packet for you guys. Okay. So let me know once everyone has washed their lentils and they're kind of cleaned up. Okay, we have a couple thumbs up. So the next step I wanted to kind of show you is the power of onion. Culturally in Ethiopia, we really have a shallot, but shallots are really inaccessible for a lot of people in different regions. So I just picked red onion, which is more accessible. So because of the type of onion, it's very sweet, caramelized. So white onion, I don't recommend to cook Ethiopian dish. Okay, so try to use red onion as much as possible, but ideally shallots are the best because they caramelize and they taste really yummy and they absorb the flavor really good. And if you are familiar to Ethiopian food, most of our food is onion. So the onion is queen in the kitchen. All right, so all of us have onion. But especially for these type of stew, definitely go for the red onion. And so I like to chop them in a fine box. So if you look at this container here, Chung, can you pin the second camera for me? It's okay, I can do it on this end. Never mind, there you go. So I love this chopper. If you have this chopper, it's great. If not, it kind of dices them equally. And you just press it down, you put your onion here and you press it down, you're done. But for some of us who does not have that tool, all you want to do, how are we doing? Is everyone done with washing their lentils? I saw at least 4 people give me a thumbs up. Are we good? Okay, excellent. So next, you want to just chop your onion to cubes. So you want to start at a corner, and you could peel the onion in the front and the back and take it off, and you just want to leave fresh onion up, and then you are chopping them right diagonally, okay? And then I like to cut it right in the middle like this to even help with the dicing. So how are we with that? Are we chopping onion? Are we all at that stage? Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks, Trisha. How about Chung? I know you are a pro cooking, so. Ooh, that, yeah, see, like that. So they end up being like equal shape. So you want to cut them this way, the long way, and then you want to cut it halfway. So when you chop everything, everything stays together essentially. Okay. So everyone, in your box you had fresh red onion from the farmer's market that actually was teaching that week, from local onion. So I'm really excited for that you guys have fresh onion. And then Tsiona Food is also a local vendor that I partner with for this project. One of the things I love doing is shining light or empowering other minority businesses. And this is definitely a minority business. And the powerful part about this business being local and nearby is the tea that you have I made sure we didn't waste anything, so it's pre-portioned as well. Okay, so everything is pre-portioned for you guys. So we're gonna just combine, I have the onions. So what you wanna do is now go to your pot and get a little bigger pot like this, the depth of it at least, because you wanna have space, because we wanna add like 5 cups of water at the end. And the meal that you're making is going to be serving you 4 times, so 4 serving. So here's the end product, like TV. This is what we're trying to create today for you guys. Can you guys see it? You guys share. Yeah, this is the lentil. This is the end product. This is what we're trying to make today, okay? So I just wanted to show you, and then we have the injera chips. And if you look at my t-shirt, I'll show you briefly when we switch camera. This is how we actually make injera. Injera is usually soft, but because I wanted to make sure that it's transported in the most safe way, meaning like it's not going to spoil or go bad, dehydrating it like this and like a chips form helps really good for transportation. So this is the end result. So I just want to inspire you what you're working towards, okay? Excellent. Yeah. Yes. Think of it like a salsa on a dip. So I try to also make it like something you're familiar with, right? And then most culture eat with your hands, so you can definitely use your hand to dip how you eat chips and salsa essentially. So that's how we're doing it for this demo. And then I'll show you at the end how you can even make it better with a variety of options too, okay? So how are we doing with everybody? You've got your lentils washed, you have your onion chopped. Are we ready for our pot? Everybody ready? So you want to go on medium heat. So you want to add your onion first. You want to heat that up. So this is 3/4 of a cup. I've shared my recipe, step-by-step recipe with Naima. You can also access that later, but I just want to let you know, if you feel a little bit lost, don't worry. I have a beautiful handout for you guys step-by-step of how to make this recipe with us today. Oh, the olive oil. I use olive oil. 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. So here's a really good like teachable moment. You do want to buy olive oil in darker containers because they are healthy fats. They go bad. So you want to make sure you want to buy olive oil. That's the container should be in a darker bottle essentially, where camera was. Okay, so 3/4 of a cup. If you don't have olive oil, you can use canola oil, but I prefer olive oil just for the anti-inflammatory health benefit of it. And this is how we can upgrade our cultural meals. Usually they use vegetable oil. And that's fine back home because our exposure to seed oils are very low back home, but compared to the US, our exposure to seed oils are very high. So our access, meaning our exposure to omega-6 are very high than omega-3 in the US, but in the US, I prefer to get more omega-3 in our plates, so I use olive oil or avocado oil. You can use oils at home, but I wouldn't recommend like peanut oil or any other like sesame seed oil, just because it would have a stronger, it would overpower the recipe, okay? So that's the oil. So let's heat it up a little bit. So when we do add the onion, it will give you that heat, the sizzle, so that we can saute that really well. And then you will hear it. How are we doing, class? Everybody with their pot and oil so far? Are we good? Okay, excellent. let it heat, and you'll see if you put your hand over the stove like so, it's gonna give you a little heat. That's how you know it's also heating up really nicely. So I'm gonna combine all of my whole onion that I chopped. So chop the whole onion if you can, and if you don't like onion, you might want to do half onion. So this is like a preference thing, because the ingredient, the package that I sent you already has dried onion flavor. So feel free to do that as well. So you can tell also when you just put that little oil, you hear sizzle. If you hear the sizzle, that means we're ready to put it in. So feel free to dump your fresh onion in here. And you want to add the onion, the olive together, oil together, because this is the flavor layering, and it's a cultural intelligence, and this is like science is catching up to culture and tradition. Some of the stuff that we did back home, I'm like, oh my God, this is so anti-inflammatory, and we didn't know it. So this is, again, so in Ethiopian cuisine, we don't rush flavor, literally. This, like if we especially make our traditional doro wet, that is going to be caramelized for 8 hours. Someone is standing like this over the stove, stirring until the onion is basically like a smush. So you want to just saute it for a little bit, like six minutes. So we're gonna be here for a minute. We don't also, we bloom the spices when we do this. When we build it into, we build depth, and that's also cultural science, right? So caramelization is a natural sweetness without adding sugar. That's another thing I wanted to share with you guys. And it's an anti-inflammatory, definitely diet. That's what I specialize in my practice, is showcasing and sharing cultural meals from the anti-inflammatory lens, and how we can honor our culture and tradition in eating and upgrading some of these recipes. So changing the oil from canola oil to olive oil, making it more anti-inflammatory, right? And then slow cooking, also like how we're doing, how our cultural meals also help with enhanced digestion as well. Yes, that is true. Wash, yes. I washed the whole bag too. You mean the outer bag? Dada? You mean the inner? All of it. We're going to use all of it. I'm sorry. All of it. Oh, this was just to show you. Sorry. This is just to show you what you've received. Yeah. But this is the whole bag. So when you wash it, yeah, I'm sorry. So wash the whole bag, yeah, if you have it. And it's not too late, so it's not something that you don't feel like you're behind. We have time. Okay. So while this is simmering, we're going to take this a little bit at a time, okay? And while this is going, another thing I wanted to kind of share with you guys, we're going to make our cultural traditional tea. So we're going to do two things at the same time. This is the power of slow cooking, right? You want to let this be at a medium 5, because you don't want to burn the onion. You want it to caramelize, okay? So here's an easy recipe for your tea. While that is simmering, okay, what we're going to move on to is just getting one pot of water, pot like this that you have, and just fill it with 1 cup of water. 2 cups of water if you have another pot. While that is simmering, okay, we're going to multitask. Just water. And if you have a kettle hot water, you can do that too if you want. How many of you guys have steepers, tea steepers like this? Anybody? Do you guys have a tea steeper where you can put like tea bags Yeah, you can use that too if you want. Yeah. So what you want to do is you can put the spices that I sent you guys here, the tea bag that I sent you. You just take 1 scoop, 1 teaspoon of it into the steeper as well. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, literally, if you don't have it, that you literally took it out of my mouth. So if you don't have it, we do the old, like in Ethiopia, we didn't have this. I was just trying to, like, if you guys had it, but you literally can dump the spice that you see here, just add 2 cups of tea here. You just take 2 teaspoons and put it in the pot. So that's the thing. If you don't have it, it's great. It's fine. We'll just sift it through. So this is all seasoning, guys. That is anti-inflammatory again. It's delicious. I can't wait for you guys to taste it. And then, oh, great question. So inflammation is actually a good thing. We have acute inflammation. That's when your actually body is doing its job, meaning that, and feel free to stir, like, just stir real quick. So right here, you're just stirring. So inflammation is a good thing when you fall and you get a scab on your hands. That's inflammation working with what we call acute. But chronic inflammation is like your body's superheroes, like white blood cells, are left to continue to work thinking there's something wrong. So that's what we call chronic inflammation, which leads to diabetes, blood pressure issues, cardiovascular disease. Especially for Black History Month, one of the things I focus on is the #1 killer for Black women is heart disease. So it's important how we cook, what we add to our food can literally protect and prevent heart disease. So thank you for asking that. So as your sweet onion is caramelizing, it's giving light color. How's your onion doing? Great. Okay, it should look like this. Yes, how is it smelling? The smell is always the thing. Yes, the smell is what really gives the excitement. So this is literally the secret to Ethiopian cooking, is the slow caramelizing, okay? So while that's doing that for like 3 more minutes, we're just going to dump 2 teaspoons of this delicious Ethiopian tea spice into your pot, okay? And a little goes a long way, all right? So we're gonna boil it really high. It's so cute, but you don't have to use it. Like, you can just literally dump the ingredients in the pot like so. Like, it should look messy like this. Yeah. It is cute. My son will love that. He was, he still is a dino fan. So, that's cool. Okay, so we're going to let the tea boil. And we're going to mind our business back to our delicious onion. And that's it. We are multitasking a little bit because I wanted to share. This is how we cook back home too. We cook 2 things at the same time because stirring one pot doing nothing is very annoying, right? Because the onion on its own takes a long time to cook. So our onion should be really caramelized. It should look like so. How is your onion doing? If anybody wants to share with me, feel free. Bring your camera over your pot. And Lisa, how are the boys doing? Are they helpful? Ooh, Jennifer, that looks amazing. Great job. And remember okay. Okay. Trish, that looks really good. Trish, that looks really good. Trisha, that looks really good. Good job, guys. Okay, so the next step we're going to do is we're now going to add the turmeric's packet into here. So now that the onion is, so all the seasoning packets, all of them, guys, we're gonna add it to open your packets and just dump it into the pot. So now that the whole thing, yeah. We're making one pot meal and we're gonna use all the ingredients. Now, tell me how your kitchen is smelling. Oh my goodness, guys, this is so delicious. Yes, you guys are, I'm sure, like impressed with both ingredients going at the same time. Mother, yeah, especially Ethiopian cooking, you want to caramelize it. Okay, so now it's getting sticky, right guys? It's getting sticky and it's smelling really good. That's how you know you're on the right track, okay? And now what you want to do is measure out, and the turmeric actually activates with the fat. The olive oil that we use, the turmeric activates, it gets activated with the healthy fat. So this is why sauteing it with oil is such a traditional wisdom, and science is just catching up to it too. This is why the aunties take a while to bloom the seasonings. They didn't know, but it's science. This is how turmeric, the anti-inflammatory, the superhero, I call them, antioxidants are activated. So now that you can see that it's yellow and crispy, it feels like, wait a minute, it's burning, but it's not. So you're on the right track, okay? So now that you did that for like 5 minutes, like so, just add 2 cups of water so it doesn't burn too much, okay? Just measure out 2 cups of water. A dozen. You could do like medium, like not super hot, just medium. Like, yeah. Yep. So add 2 cups of water. All right. How is everybody doing? It smells really good, right? Yeah. Yeah. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking to make delicious. And you should see the yellow coloring, right, guys? You see the yellow coloring? It's so nice. So it's very yellow. That's how you know you're on the right track. That's where this is how all the red color is going to soon disappear, because the yellow is going to take the power. Okay? I love it. If my kids were not at Playdate, they will be over here. They want to always be part of the cooking demo. So we're just going to wait for like 10 more minutes while that simmers. Again, this is patience, right? Patience in cooking mirrors patience in health as well. Like slow cooking regulates blood sugar better than ultra processed foods, guys, right? And then lentil that you see here is amazing because it's full of fiber and protein. So keep stirring, and yep. And the good news is, sure. What's your question? Oh, you can ask me right now if you want. We're just waiting for things. So I love that question because in my practice, I literally don't teach what you shouldn't do. I only focus on what you should add. But since you asked, I'll tell you, but that is intentional. Because in healthcare, we do a really good job of fear mongering about what we shouldn't eat and what we should not. So I always focus on what you should eat. So then your mind is full of the things you should do, right? And it's human nature. As soon as somebody tells you you shouldn't have it, guess what happens? You tell me, what do? You want it, right? So usually pro-inflammatory foods are foods that don't really contain fiber or healthy fats in them. And y'all already know ultra-processed foods that are like donuts don't have fiber in them, right? Or protein. So things of food, ultra-processed foods. I'm not saying don't eat them, by all means. I feel like all fun food fit. The really thing that we really need to focus on is how much that you're eating it with and how you can pair even that ultra-processed food with something that is better for you to regulate your blood sugar. So eating, like I love Lisa, you have kids. So I give my kids cookie after school because it's fun food, but they know to eat it with a protein source like milk. They eat their cookie and milk so that it doesn't spike up their blood sugar because it's fun, right? So we don't want to demonize ultra-processed foods because they are everywhere in our lives, they're everywhere. It's really about the frequency and what we pair them with and how they impact our health. So very good question, Tsiona. All right, so guess what? Is your pot thickening a little bit? Do you guys see? Is it like boiling? Is it giving this energy right here? I took it off the pot. Yes. Okay, guess what? Is about us adding the red lentils, stirring the red lentils, and then we're gonna add 3 more cups of water to it. So while this is thick right here, you want to add all of your red lentils that you nicely washed into the pot. Oh, the tea smells. Yeah, they're red lentils, boys, and they're really good. They're going to help you be strong, be fast. They're going to help you be strong because they're giving you protein. And then it's going to make sure that you don't have mood swings because they're going to keep your blood sugar stable, right? How many of us eat our donuts and then we're crabby like an hour or 2 hours later? It's because our blood sugar is crashing. So this type of food, this dip is going to be delicious for you guys. I'm glad you're doing. Yeah, you said that's a personal hack. Oh, that's my boys. My boys know. My boys know not to not to eat sweets by themselves. They're not allowed because I do not want to manage behavior all day. That is not my ministry. So you want to kind of let this again cook for a little bit longer. And guess what? We are halfway into our cooking and our red lentils are coming. No. The 3 cups of water are coming. You just want to let this flavor just marinate with the red lentils. Yeah, just give it like 5 more minutes. Stir in lentils and then add the liquid, the 2 cups in like two more minutes. I just like to do this stuff of like blending all the delicious flavors, okay? And then you'll start to notice, this is when you start to add the 3 cups of water, because now that the flavor has really gone into the lentil, it starts to stick at the bottom, right? So now this is where you add the 3 cups of water. This is your final act. That's it, guys. This is the final act. Look how easy this is. How are we doing, everyone? Let me know. Dump your 3 cups of water. And it's gonna boil. And this is the one that's gonna take the longest now, because now we're letting the lentils to cook, okay? And we're gonna cover her and we're gonna let her simmer. And we're gonna talk about all things traditional tea. Let me see if I can get my pot. Cover. Yep. You want to just cover her? Medium heat. Like a 6. If your measuring thing, if your knobs are like simmer is around 3, right? So like 6. Okay, so while that's simmering, this is the traditional Ethiopian vibe that I wanted to show you guys. While that's simmering, what I would like to show you is a little bit about my culture. How many of you guys love coffee? Who said me? Treasure. The kids are raising hands. I'm like, Lisa, what's happening at your house? I love it. So we are traditionally known for this coffee ceremony. This is how we celebrate coffee, how we brew coffee back home. But one thing that a lot of us don't actually know is that coffee was actually discovered in Ethiopia. So whenever now you're drinking your coffee, I'm gonna say you're welcome. Okay, so coffee was discovered in Ethiopia, so that's what we're known for. You can even find coffee at Starbucks. That's from Ethiopia. So that's our cultural flex. But what I want to focus on, a lot of us don't talk about, is our traditional tea. So the tea is full of, if you look at the packet that you have, your tea has cinnamon is the main show stopper. Cardamom is there, clovers are there. I actually have ginger in there for you guys too. There is nutmeg a little bit as a hint of lemon. So in Ethiopia, the afternoon snack is tea and homemade bread. And then I also have shipped this amazing little honey combo. How many of you guys had the bear and how many of you guys had this honey? I couldn't decide, so I was just like, some of you guys, so somebody got the bear. I love that, Lisa, you got the bear. That is so cute. I couldn't make decisions, guys. They were too cute, so I sent, yay! I love that Lisa got bears because she has boys in the room. Okay, so, and also this is how we sweeten our teas usually. We have honey that we sweeten. So, because I wanted to show you the color, after you've boiled, now you can turn off your cinnamon tea. The color should kind of give you like brown like color. Let me know what your pot is giving. What color are we seeing in your pot? Ooh, Trisha already is drinking her tea. I love that for you. That's awesome. Let me see some people's tea. Okay, excellent. Thank you, Chunk. Sure. So if you want it darker, you can boil the spices for 8 minutes. If you want it lighter like this, I do 5 minutes because I don't want it to be strong, okay? So the cool thing about this thing is you can add it could give you 2 servings out of 1 teaspoon of the spices. That's the thing, because you can reuse them again because they're so strong. Okay, so as you see how the color is pretty. So this is what it would look like, and then culturally you could drink it as is, or we like to add a black tea to it to then intensify the color. Okay, so you could steep it in the tea bag in here to further darken and add caffeine into the tea. So traditionally, if you just drank out of the pot the way it is, it's really great ways, and antioxidants that are good for your heart. Again, antioxidants are like the superheroes in your body that removes toxins and cancer causing free radicals. So this is a pot of health right here. Again, culture had it before science caught up to it. Okay, so but if you needed an afternoon pickup, then you can add the caffeine, the black tea. Usually we call it what is it called? The tea bag is lion tea bag. That's actually also in Ethiopia. Or English tea is dark leaves essentially. So you can steep it there again as dark as you want it. But I like my tea really light, so it's really up to you. And then you can sweeten your tea. Like 1 teaspoon goes a long way. That's the beautiful part about using the honey that I sent you. The little goes a long way. So let me know in the chat or on mic what you guys are thinking. What is the flavor like? Cultural Christmas, I love that for me. Okay. Oh, Donna says, so sweet, we need to get pic of Lisa's trio. Yes. And then she has, Donna asked question, my husband has gout and says he thinks he should avoid lentils. True or false? Let me circle back on that. Gout is usually red meats that we want to avoid. I don't remember lentil being on the gout protocol, but I am not for sure. So I'll definitely circle back. For sure. It's uric acid that you're avoiding. So some seafoods are in there too. Okay, so mid-check of our pot. So how many of you of us are drinking our tea while our pot is boiling? Let me know. Okay, Trish got it. Chung got it. Lisa, did the boys taste it yet? Up, okay. Nice. What do you boys think? This is good? This is okay? What did they say? Okay. So mom, add honey to it a little bit more, and especially if you have cold or congestion, anything like this, you could definitely, this is a really good cold remedy as well. Shameless plug here, guys. For the cultural meal. Yes. Oh, you have a cough. Okay. Oh, yes. You guys are ahead of me. So here's another thing that you can do. You could add milk to it. We call it shai boatet in Ethiopia. So after school snack, this is our milk goes in here as well. So you could definitely add milk to this. Absolutely. This is a great way to add protein into the tea. So yeah. So guess what, guys? If we look at our pot, look at this, how thick it got. Look how beautiful, guys. You see, red color is gone. Look at this, we're almost done. It should be thick, like so. Can somebody share their pot with me? Let me see what we're working with. And you'll see that the water is slowly Then tomorrow this dish is going to be even more delicious, guys, because the water is going to completely disappear. Oh my God, that looks amazing. Amazing. Come this way. Look at that. That's it right there. That looks amazing, guys. Everybody's pot is beautiful. Good job, everybody. That looks amazing. There we go. There's always that questionable. Someone was not following instructions. I'm so happy. I feel blessed that everyone is successful in this cooking demo. Usually I like rock and roll, do my thing, and people just watch. I educate, entertain, but it's really been a treat. Not only am I teaching you about my culture, but you're doing it with me. You're giving me feedback. This has been amazing, amazing experience for me. I'm really happy to have done the cook along, because people say, yeah, give me the recipe, but half the time only one person shows up with in their kitchen. But it looks like 100% of you guys are in the kitchen. So I'm really proud of you guys today. Give yourself a pat in the back for showing up in the middle of a Friday and cooking. Okay, so while that's cooking, grab your injera chips. So I'm gonna I'm gonna make me the focus so I can show you why. Chung, can you help me? Can you unpin the camera and make me, for some reason I can't, I'm not, okay. All right, so pin me. I have a show and tell for you guys. What is a cooking demo without storytelling, right, guys? I don't think, okay, here we go. So this t-shirt that you see and this jewelry that you see is all from Ethiopia. And this is the chips that you have on your hands. Open them up. And they're usually like soft, like pancake, but for transportation purposes, I made sure they're fresh when you open them. So this is how we make injera. Like a beautiful woman puts the teff injera on top, and she makes injera like this. This is the cultural representation of how actually injera is made, okay? So what you have is beautifully curated injera that's caught up into and hydrated. So the flavor is there, the taste. So everyone feel free to taste it, boys. Let me know what you guys think. Taste it as is. Where is my teff? Teff is a grain, just like oatmeal, just like barley, things that we're familiar with, but it's really, really good for your health. It's full of iron. Again, culture beats the catch up. I mean, science is catching up to culture. It's full of it's full of fiber. Yeah, you're gonna have it with the lentils. Yep. So yeah. Yeah. So this is the chips that you get. I got you guys the traditional flavor, the classic, but they also the company also that I partner with have them in different flavors. Like they add cinnamon to it so that it's like a sweet thing that you can have with tea. Okay, but for the purposes today, that's what we're doing. So as the time is coming to a close, I just want you to look at your pot one more time for me. You'll start to notice your water is completely evaporating. So now you can open up your pot, the lid, and guess what? We are, voila, done. Sure. Yeah, it's fermented for 3 days. This is talk about prebiotic. Again, culture leading before science. It's fermented. It's really good for your gut. It's fermented for 3 days before it's made. So it has a tangy finish, and that's why it's so important to have it with a stew. So when you eat it with the lentil stew, it's going to be delicious. So we are completely done, guys. So your yeah, open your lid and then just stir it, because the thickness is at the bottom. So once you stir it, and guess what? This thing is going to coagulate and be thick tomorrow. So you want to stop cooking it right now. It's going to be a little bit liquidy like that, but it's still thick. You see it? Oh, let me unpin this. I finished my story. Let me change this. Replace pin. Okay, so here. So this is how you want your stew to be thickness wise. It's a little bit thick. It's not supposed to be watery, because when you stir at the bottom, the lentil is going to surface to the top. Okay? So this is the delicious part, guys. You see how thick it is? And tomorrow is going to be even thicker because it's going to gelatize. All right? So you can portion it in a little cute bowl that you have at home. I pre-made mine, so it's going to literally be as thick as this. It's going to be like thick like this tomorrow. Okay? I pre-made mine so I can show you what it will look like tomorrow as well. Okay? So right now it will be watery, a little bit more thinner, but tomorrow is going to be literally thick like this. So you can put it in a little bowl and have it with your injera chips for today. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see, this is what it would look like, and then you just want to dip it with the injera like so. It's like really hot though. Be careful. And this is home, guys. Oh my god, it's so delicious. And then if we have heat lovers, you could literally put your fresh jalapeno in here to add more heat if you guys want heat. But because I know my kiddos are gonna come later and enjoy this, I'm not gonna add jalapeno. But from all my spicy lovers, you can add a whole jalapeno in here, cut it in quarters, and leave the seed in. Oh my god, the spice and the flavor. This is what I'm talking about, tradition taking you home. This literally reminds me of my grandmom's kitchen. Yeah, I'm so happy. Yes. So for my injera is an acquired taste, right? So for my non-injera lovers, just in case, I've already cut up some cucumbers for you guys and made them like almost like a dip. So you can pair it with the lentils like so and eat it. So good. And then you could also pair it with a radish. Really delicious. And then lastly but not, you can stuff the bell peppers, the mini bell peppers, with your lentils. And this is also delicious. So this lentil stew, it doesn't have to be limited to just veggies or to just injera. So let me know in the chat, or you can get on camera. Boys, most importantly, the biggest critics, what do you guys think? Kids are the hardest critic. And this could be literally be a delicious soup and a cold night too. Jeannie, what do you think? I haven't heard from you yet. love it. Right? We finished it in less than an hour and we still have time to kiki it up, guys. I love this for us. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yay! So excited. Making history today, guys. Sharing my culture. Black History Month. Thank you so much for having us. I'm so grateful. Yes, Naima. Thank you for organizing all the addresses. And I'm so happy that everybody got their beautiful boxes at home in time. Chong got it today. So exciting. Mm-hmm. Yes, let's get one photo. Yes, we'll love that, guys. Sharing the tea. Oh, go ahead. What do you think, boys? You're welcome, boys. And for all the, and the boys are saying it's good. This is amazing. If I can, oh, they're not talking much because they're eating. No, this is what I love about cooking, incorporating it with the kiddos. Because now, if you've never had Ethiopian food, you learn a couple facts. You know, coffee was discovered in Ethiopia. So when you're drinking your coffee, you say thank you, right, to Ethiopian culture. And then, you're welcome, sweet pea. Although you shouldn't have coffee that early for you. Oh, you do the decaf. Okay. And you can obviously support Tsiona Foods. It's a local small business. It's a woman-owned business as well. It's local here to Maryland. You can buy a lot of arraignments of snacks. Please support a minority business, as we are also minority-owned business. So thank you so much. I'm just so excited that you guys had the opportunity to try Ethiopian food for the first time. Not only try it, but cook it. So I'm really excited that you guys are here. Thank you so much, Raquel, for being here as well and cooking along with me. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Woo! The boys wanted to cook it again. Yes. This mama is proud, Lisa. Thank you. That's a big wig. All right. Bye, guys. Bye. We did it! 2 cooking demo in 2 days. This is record breaking. This is history, guys. We did 2 teaching back to back, just like this. And we taught culture, we taught food, we taught and inspired people who've never tasted Ethiopian food. Not only did they taste the food, loved it, but they actually made it. So this is how we're making history today, one plate at a time. Have a wonderful week, guys. Bye.